Most chicken soup is fine. This one has real flavor, and it starts with the broth. I use 2 pots, so the bones keep cooking the whole time. Chicken soup, we all love it, but today I'm going to show you how to make it better. It's super simple, just needs a little bit of time. What we have here is some chicken, garlic, parsley, pepper, salt, onions, celery, carrots, and olive oil. It's a super simple recipe. I'm going to take you through it, and you're going to be making chicken soup like you never had before. Let's do it. So first thing is I'm going to break this chicken up into 2 parts. One are the bigger parts like the breast and the legs. Those bigger cuts of meat, we're going to cook that meat later on in the soup so that meat remains a little bit more tender and moist. And then the rest of it, the carcass and the other smaller bits of meat, we're going to make with the stock now. So let's break up this chicken. Pretty simple. I'm going to remove the legs and the breasts and set them aside for later. I don't want them cooking the entire time. Adding some of the meat back toward the end gives the chicken a better texture and flavor in the final soup. Next, I break down the rest of the chicken, removing the wings and cutting the back into 2 pieces. No need to be fancy here. This is all going to be the base of our broth. Now I'm going to get the stock pot going. In going the wings and chicken backs, a few tablespoons of salt and black pepper, 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, a few bay leaves, a small bunch of parsley, stems and all, a chopped carrot, a quartered onion, and the center stalks of celery with the leaves. Add water to the top of the pot and bring it to a boil. After about an hour, turn off the heat and strain the broth into a separate bowl. From there, pick all the meat off the bones. Discard the vegetables. They've done their job. Put the bones in one bowl and the meat in another. Set the meat aside to add back to the soup later. Return the bones and skins to the stock pot and let this broth keep cooking down. Now in a new pot, the one we'll use for the finished soup, we start by sweating the vegetables. Add equal amounts of chopped celery, carrots, and onion, along with 3 to 4 cloves of chopped garlic. Add a few tablespoons of olive oil and cook over medium heat until the vegetables soften. Once the vegetables have softened, season with salt and pepper and add back the chicken quarters and breast, skin and all. Fill the pot with water, cover, and cook over medium heat. After about an hour, I remove the chicken from the pot and turn off the heat for a moment. Now we pick the meat off the bones and shred it with a fork. Add this meat, along with the meat we set aside earlier, back into the soup pot. Remember, the stock pot has been simmering this whole time with the chicken bones. Now we combine everything by straining that rich chicken broth into the soup pot. Discard everything left in the strainer. Those bones have done their job and given us a super rich broth. Now let everything simmer for another 45 minutes, then turn off the heat and let the pot cool for at least an hour so the oils can rise to the top. We keep the skin on the chicken because that's where a lot of the flavor comes from. The trade-off is that it also releases quite a bit of oil into the soup. Now that the oil has risen to the top, I gently lay paper towels on the surface to absorb it. I repeat this until very little oil is absorbed and the broth goes from glossy yellow to clear and clean. When you're ready to serve, bring the pot back to a quick boil, then ladle into bowls. We're done. The chicken soup smells unreal. The house smells fantastic. They should really make a candle called homemade chicken soup flavor. It could be the next $1 billion idea. You heard it here first. Everything smells unreal. We got some family coming over and everybody's going to enjoy some chicken soup. Let me give it a quick taste. The carrots and vegetables give it this subtle sweetness. The chicken is moist and delicious. But the real star of this dish is the slow cooked bone broth. Because we had those 2 pots going for the whole time and I had the bones cooking all day with the soup, we were able to really create this broth that is very, very rich and deep. You can't get this broth anywhere from the store. If you make it like this, it's super simple to make, but that low and slow method really guarantees this delicious flavor. And the whole house is going to smell fantastic too. So that's it. Make this for your family. Enjoy. Subscribe and join us next time on Real Plates, Real Life. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.